Hi, I'm Cindy Ellerman, and I'd like to share the College Companion Spreadsheet with you. In this video, we're going to go over how you can use it to manage your curriculum and your student work, and basically your whole process that you can keep track of with the spreadsheets. In the next video, we'll talk more about the data integration. So what I'd like to share with you is the home page here is where you start with all of your students. So I teach my students to come here at the beginning of each meeting. I put links for scheduling an appointment, my Zoom link, my contact info, and then going down here, these are the topics that we cover. So everything is grouped by topics. And within those topics, there's some of the major milestones that we need to do together, or assignments. And it's all listed, so it's all spelled out for them. You can keep track of these with the drop downs. You just say if you want to assign something, discuss something, or if it's done. So just at a glance, you can kind of see where you are with your students' work. There's also the resources page. This is information and resources that is actually imported from an external sheet that you manage, so you can add new resources and update for all of your students at the same time. I'll talk more about that in the next video with the data integration. So I'm actually going to switch views to a sample students page, and here's the academics page. So I like to start with this during a meeting with the student and let them enter their courses. Other consultants have the students fill this out separately, so you can manage it the way you want to, but there's a place to enter the courses. If you want to enter grades as well, you can. An engagement scale that I use just as kind of a talking point with the students. So the spreadsheet becomes something that I use to drive my meetings, give the students something to do, but then track everything that we're doing together. So you can see there's a place for them to start listing their academics and awards, a GPA, a built-in GPA calculator, assessment forms where they can use this. You can see the drop down, again, as a conversation piece to let them know these are some of the characteristics their counselor and teacher may be assessing them on when they write recommendation letters. And then the transcript, you can put an image of the transcript. So this, I keep this here and update this regularly as needed. And then you can even put the school profile. That's what this is. It's kind of together. So you can put the school profile in this section as well. The About You section, this is, just their basic application data. I have them fill out a form to import this. I use 16 personalities, so there's a place where they can review that. And then some questions and answers, random facts, stories, and essays. I think this page becomes one that IECs really like to customize based on what they're using. So you have a starting point of some topics that you can put in, and then you can totally customize it. I use this a lot for essay brainstorming. So it's keeping track of some of their responses from the very beginning of the time we work together. The next section, the activities section. So actually, you can collapse these rows. I'm going to collapse these and show you what it looks like when I first start working with students. I have them brainstorm or just list all of the activities that they're doing. And then we talk about hours per week and weeks per year, so they can add those into the spreadsheet and start tracking those. Another engagement scale. The select type, this comes from the Common App. So I think this is nice for them to look through and see what kinds of activities they could include, including family responsibilities. So then I just have them keep track of their notes, accomplishments, just kind of in a low pressure type of way of entering the information, so that when we get to senior year and we're actually writing the descriptions, I have two places where they can do descriptions. So you have the Common App description. So they put their draft here. This mirrors what's on the Common App. And then I can put my suggestions over here. So we'll do that for all of the activities. And then if you expand this other section, there's your UC description. So with these, you can select the type of activity here, and then the prompts will auto-populate based on what the topic is. So same idea where they put their description and you can put your suggestions. Notice there are character counters with this. The tests, place for them to enter their test scores. So you have SAT, ACT, test prep plan. Do they have accommodations? AP or IB exams, they can enter here. You can switch this around. If it's just AP, you can do that. The test score or test dates are all auto-imported. So if you start with a freshman or sophomore, next year, this will automatically update to the current test dates. College criteria, the spreadsheet comes with the blank college criteria like this, but I've built in some extra space. So if you want to use Coursava card sort, that's what this is. You can go out, that's not included with the spreadsheet, but you can add images. So I just want to demonstrate how you can do that if you use Coursava. But what is included are all these drop downs where I just have students go through, pick the best answer for them, and then we can talk about it. And then I have a record of everything that they have. So you can see the questions, places for notes, location, a map if they need it. And then they can summarize and put their top 3 factors up here. After they research colleges, then they can put their notes in this section. So you can see where there's a place for that. Again, I do have a form that I have them fill out that automatically formats it into this format. So that's a separate lesson. I'll talk about that later. But in here, they can just write their information down, and then it becomes a great place for why this college essay as well. Campus visit notes, this resources page, this is a public page, so anyone can use it, whether they have the spreadsheets or not. But basically, it's a bunch of bookmarked links on, where should you go look to research, and some tips and questions to ask. So that's included. Then when we get to the college list, this is the college list data, the application tracker. I'm going to show you this very quickly right now because I'm going to do a separate video to go more in depth of these. The last kind of static page is the financial aid award comparison. So this you can use at the end of the year when they get their results. Actually, there's one more page, the majors and careers, that I had hidden on Anne, my sample students page. So this is a place for you to explore, or your students to explore careers and track notes or informational interviews. This is linked to an external sheet called College Majors. So if you want to click on that, or your students can click on that and they can learn more about the specific major. I do not manage this sheet. It is just linked to it. There's a place for them to do the Holland codes if you want to do that. I know a lot of people use different assessments, so that's something that can be customized with this. Okay, so again, this is some of the pages, kind of the basic curriculum management pages. In the next video, I will go more in depth about the college data, which is a huge time saver, but I'd like to talk about that more in the next video and how you can use that. So thank you very much.